Well, hi, Jeff Shore. We've been talking about how we control our success in a series of different steps. But one of the things that I want to look at right now as we're controlling our success is taking charge, taking control of how you see the sales encounter before it happens. Now, a couple of sessions back, I talked about the first creation, about picturing your success before you begin the journey, and that first creation will direct and inform the steps that you take in order to get there. Well, this is exactly what happens in that sales environment. When a customer is approaching you for that initial conversation, the clarity that you have as to how this conversation will end is absolutely critical to the steps you're going to take to get there. Now, this is true in the positive and the negative. If I look at it and I say, here comes this person, but you know what, it's late in the day and they look tired and they don't look like I can afford my product anyway. And if that's where my mental dialogue is going, it will have to have an effect on the way that I talk. You can't even help it. It will affect the way that I talk them. It will affect the things that I say. It will affect the very sales path. But if I look at it and I say, I know that these people are here because they need to improve their lives in some way, and that's what I do. And my job is to figure out what that is because I believe in my product and I believe that this conversation will end with them owning my product because I believe that's in their best interest. And if you picture this in your brain, now what happens is if you're picturing that conversation is going to end with a sale, come to fruition, then it changes the steps that you take all along the way. It changes everything that you do to get from here to there, even in subtle ways that you can't understand. You look at it from the perspective of saying, I know what the end looks like. I've got that clear in my brain. So I want to just challenge you to look at it and say, when that customer is walking through the door, what is the ultimate goal? Where do you want to be at the time that they walk in? If you get yourself to believe, to be able to picture that, to see that first creation, it'll have a dramatic difference on the steps that you take everywhere along the way. Your purpose is more important than your technique. Let me say that one more time. Your purpose is more important than your technique. Get the purpose right, and the technique will follow. And then you change their world.